In 1984, electronics became popular. Fun arcade games and personal computers were in households around the world. Daily television included family-friendly TV shows. George Orwell had a different view of 1984. Everyone was ruled by one leader, named Big Brother. Telescreens were controlled by the government, able to hear what you say or think. You weren't able to love or to express emotions. Why does the ending of 1984 have to be so brutally pessimistic? His pessimism reflects the frightening possibilities he saw in his context. Orwell witnessed the rise of two totalitarian governments under the dictators Hitler and Stalin. They surveillance their citizens constantly to control rebellion and maintain their power. Technology was used as a tool to monitor citizens, so that citizens lived in constant fear. By writing the ending of 1984 in such a brutally pessimistic way, Orwell warns readers of the grave consequences of continuing to allow totalitarian societies to function. The pessimistic momentum throughout the book leads to this expected brutally pessimistic ending. Orwell's warning against the trends in his context is reflected through the propaganda of Big Brother's government. Through the paradoxical slogans, "War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength," Orwell warns readers against the absolute power of totalitarian governments, as citizens become brainwashed to forget even logic. The Parsons children are another example. Winston describes the children as like the gambling of tiger cubs, which will soon grow up into man-eaters. This similarly comparing the Parsons children to animals exemplifies innocence taken away under this regime, as the children have no emotion and instead an instinct to kill. A historical allusion to Hitler's youth, Orwell is brutally pessimistic in order to warn against the indoctrination and loss of humanity under totalitarianism. Orwell also warns readers of the dangers of technology when used as a tool by the government for surveillance and control. The motif of telescreens allude to the technological advancement seen in the invention of the television. The telescreen's imperative and exclamatory tone of "Smith" highlights that Winston Smith, the protagonist, is always under Big Brother's watchful eye. This is brutally pessimistic as citizens have no privacy and their individuality is suppressed, fearing their every move. As a result, the ending of 1984 is brutally pessimistic as all hope is destroyed in any rebellion against the government seen throughout the book. Orwell was able to effectively warn against allowing such government power by showing that once it was established, it cannot be challenged. Winston rebels against his society and shows freedom and individuality as he falls in love with Julia and seeks to join the Brotherhood, a group of rebels run by Winston's friend O'Brien. However, it is revealed that the Brotherhood was invented by the government to capture rebels, showing how even rebellion in this world is controlled by the government. When tortured by O'Brien, Winston and Julia betray each other to the government, and their love is destroyed. The idea of the anti-hero is demonstrated here, brutally pessimistic as O'Brien, a person Winston trusts, ultimately betrays and tortures him. The hyperbole, "If you want a vision of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever," illustrates this destruction of hope. Winston ultimately conforms, unable to feel, with the pessimistic ending of "He loves Big Brother." Orwell warns of the brutal consequences of an oppressive totalitarian government, like that under Big Brother. By making the ending as brutally pessimistic as possible, he is able to warn readers to avoid this society at all costs.